Good evening, tribe. My name is Darius Lester, your financial philosopher, and this is Mammoth Money Mindset. And this will be episode 2 of Start Anyway, my Turo edition. So for today's episode, I kind of just want to speak on my own personal experience and break down how I got into Turo and why. So if you know me at all, you know that I love money. I love finance, personal finance, business finance, all that stuff. I love entrepreneurs. I love seeing people get really creative with their minds to create things that make them money. I think that whole practice is really cool. So I watch a lot of videos, a lot of YouTube stuff, a lot of podcasts, read a lot of books on those subjects. Whilst doing this, one that I ran into was a Turo guru, if you will. This guy has over 50 cars, rents them all out, makes X, Y, and Z money. And he was breaking down how he got into it. While listening, I was like, that all sounds pretty doable. I think I can do that. I have a truck, right? And it's just my everyday truck. I have a 2018 Dodge Ram. It's pretty nice. And I was like, okay. Also, I'm in the military. And for military members, sometimes we have to leave the country. We have to leave the country for whatever reasons. And whenever I leave the country, I normally leave my truck with family or friends. They drive it around, make sure it doesn't, give out on itself and run up the miles on it. Now, while I appreciate them for doing that, instead of leaving my car idle, I thought that it'd be even better if I could get paid for somebody running up the miles on my vehicle. So all of these things made Turo seem very attractive to me. So I decided that I wanted to start it. And I was like, all right, well, I want to rent this out, but I need to drive it to go to work. So my first problem was that I needed another car. So what I did was I hopped on Facebook Marketplace, started looking through all the vehicles on there. I found a 2006 Ion Saturn is what I got. It was $3,000 at the time. I think just liquid, like on me, all I had was $2,000. I didn't want to sell any of my, assets or stocks or any of that stuff. And I was like, oh, but I really want to start this now. I don't want to wait. So I reached out to my mom. This was my first time in my entire adult life asking my mom for anything. I've always been very intentional about not having to do that. But this time I knew that I was going to give her money back with interest. So I didn't feel bad about asking for it. I was like, hey, Mom, let me hold $1,000. And honestly, pretty easily, she was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And she just gave me the money. I appreciate you. So I used that money, bought the car. I was like, cool, this will be my, commuter car. That thing saves way more gas than my truck anyway. So that's another added benefit. And then I started renting my truck out on Turo. I did this for a couple of months, and then I got deployed to, let's say, Dubai. And I was like, well, not going to be here anymore, but I really want to keep making money off of this Turo thing. So I actually took the truck to my mom's house before I left the country. And I was like, hey, this is how you do it. All you got to do is clean the car out, between trips, and hand whomever shows up the key. And that's it. That's it pretty much. If anything goes wrong, just let me know. And, I still have my phone out there. So I was like, I'll try to handle stuff, whatever I can, from the app or from Google. And we did that. We did that for 6 months. You just rented it out to people, got all the stuff done. I'm making money. I'm cutting her checks for, doing it for me. So she's making a few dollars here and there. It's good. Family money. Had a great time. After I got back, I was like, okay, well, I was able to do it while I was in Alabama. I was able to do it through my mom in Georgia. So I was like, I feel like I'm pretty decent at this. I had dealt with the claims process already, getting like some minor stuff fixed. I had dealt with good clients, bad clients. I was like, all right, let's try to expand this a little bit. So I went and purchased another vehicle. I purchased a 2018, what do you call it? Mitsubishi Outlander. I got one of those for about, how much did I pay for that? I don't know. I think I found one for about 8,500, something like that. I was like, yep, I can do that price range. Go ahead and run it. I was like, I'll rent it out. I'm making between, I don't know, eight, yeah, probably about 700 up to 1,200, floating between there month to month. And I was like, all right, this is good. So I went and bought another car. And then a few months later, I was like, this is still going good. So I went and bought two cars at once. And yeah, that's where I've been at. I've dabbled in renting out a vehicle on behalf of someone else. And so maybe in total on my profile, I've had the most I ever had at once was 6 vehicles. The car that I was renting out for someone else, they left the state, so I went back down to 5, and that's where I'm at now. I've been doing it for about 3 years total. I actually do plan on selling, hopefully, 2 of the vehicles this year, just because I got married, and I will now have a family in my house, so I can't just have my entire driveway filled up with cars and random people every day. So that's the reasoning for that. Yeah, I think that is about it as far as my personal experience goes. I'll just cut it here. But on the next episode, I will get into how I actually obtained my fleet, how I went about financing. I dabble with multiple methods. Truth be told, I bought 2 cars with credit cards. So I'll explain how I did that. I bought 2 vehicles, actually financing them. So I'll explain how I did that and how that's been working out. So yep. Again, if you have any questions on my experience with it, or any questions that you would like me to explain as far as how I go about purchasing vehicles on the next video, just leave a comment below and I'll make sure to answer it. Thank you for watching. My name is Darius Lester, your financial philosopher, and this is Mammoth Money Mindset. Thanks for watching.